Hi, everybody. This is Chaya Parkoff, licensed clinical social worker, and this is ParshaRx, mental health prescriptions from the weekly Torah portion. This week, as we read Parshat Bo, we're offered a timeless lesson about the power of renewal, resilience, and hope, even in the darkest moments. In Parshat Bo, the Israelites are still in Egypt, but they are on the brink of freedom. After generations of slavery, they've been trapped in a cycle of despair, their identities crushed by the weight of their suffering. Yet, in this transitional moment, before they've even stepped out of Egypt, Hashem, God, gives them their very first mitzvah as a nation. HaChodesh hazeh lachem rosh chadashim. This month shall be for you the beginning of months. This mitzvah, wasn't just about creating a calendar. Rashi, one of the most foundational Torah commentators, offers an insight here. He explains that this mitzvah was not only about timekeeping, it was about empowerment. The Israelites, still feeling trapped in Egypt, were being told that they could now sanctify time itself. Hashem was giving them the ability to shape their future, to declare this is the beginning of something new. This Shabbat, the release of 4 female IDF soldiers, Karina Ariev, whose cousin lives very close to me, Daniela Gilboa, Naama Levy, and Liri Albag, showed us a similar moment of renewal. After over 15 months of unimaginable suffering and captivity, they were brought back to freedom. Their resilience, their strength, and the hope of their families inspire us to believe in the possibility of redemption, even in the most broken spaces. Just like the Israelites on the cusp of liberation, these women remind us that no matter how long the night feels, dawn is always within reach. And I truly hope that as you are watching this video, we have welcomed more hostages back home. I record this earlier in the week. This Thursday, when you receive this video, we are to receive more hostages back home, and I'm truly hoping that that is the case. I want to share a thought from the Sforno, a brilliant Torah commentator, rabbi, philosopher, and physician from the 16th century Italy. The Sforno is known for his focus on the plain meaning of the text, combined with deep moral and spiritual insights. And on this verse, he explains that the moon's cycle, waxing, waning, and then returning to fullness again, mirrors the journey of the Jewish people. Even when the moon is at its darkest, it begins to grow again. Similarly, no matter how shattered we feel personally, we are never beyond repair. Hashem built renewal into the fabric of creation. The moon teaches us that even when it feels like everything is lost, we can begin anew. Rav Shimshon Raphael Hirsch, one of the most influential leaders of 19th century German Jewry, offers another layer of insight. On this mitzvah, Rav Hirsch writes that Rosh Chodesh teaches us that we are not prisoners of the past. Time, he explains, is not something that controls us. Rather, Hashem has given us the ability to sanctify time, to break free from the patterns of the past, and to step into renewal. It's a mitzvah of liberation, reminding us that the future is not defined by what came before. This moment of hope also aligns with the internal journeys many of us face. In my work as a therapist, I often sit with people who feel trapped in their own emotional Egypts, carrying burdens of fear, of grief, of shame. Healing doesn't always come in an instant, and freedom doesn't always feel immediate. But just as the Israelites had to take that first step toward redemption while still in Egypt, so too We need to trust in the power of small beginnings. As we reflect on Parshat Bo this week, I invite you to hold space for renewal in your own life. Where might you need to notice the first sliver of light after a long night? What parts of you are longing for freedom, waiting to be nurtured, seen, and welcomed back into fullness? This mitzvah of HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem reminds us that renewal doesn't have to wait for perfection. It starts right now. In the wake of this weekend's events, and hopefully the events of this week, of today even, as we hold both the pain of the past and the hope of the present, may we take heart in the power of new beginnings. Just as the moon never loses its ability to renew, so too do we, as individuals and as a people. Shabbat Shalom. May this week bring light, healing, and continued hope for renewal for all of us and for all Am Yisrael, and for the speedy return of every single hostage that is being held. And may we all have a Shabbat Shalom.